Hey guys, Anthony Muthurajah here. Now, before I get to the lesson, I do understand these are rough times for a lot of us, especially those of us who do music and arts for a living. I can't even begin to express my frustration, but I don't think being frustrated is the answer to working with the current predicament that we're all dealing with. I think we all have to be patient and just wait this out as much as it sucks. And I was contemplating for a while now whether I should post lessons or not, because I'm not sure if people are in the right headspace. But I don't know about you, but for me, sitting down to work with more music is not only something beneficial for my growth as a musician, but it also keeps my mental health in check. And I think now more than ever, we all need our mental health in check. So if you're willing to sit down and learn and distract yourself from current events, I hope you stick around and watch this lesson, all right? I want to talk about Coltrane Changes, a very simple way to really demystify the whole myth that surrounds it, right? If you cannot play giant steps, I mean, at least kind of like that. That's a very shitty version for my taste. But giant steps is like the ultimate tune for you to be able to play over to really get your credibility as a jazz musician. In my opinion, I think if you can play really well over Autumn Leaves, I would really hats off to you, seriously, because that's one song where you can sound corny in a split second as opposed to something that's more conceptually driven. Anyway, moving on. Giant Steps is primarily built around the tritone system, aka the Coltrane Changes. If I take the augmented chord, okay, augmented chords are built up with major thirds, equal major thirds. So if I have G, then I'll have B, and then I'll have D sharp. So I can voice it like this, or the ugly version, which is down here like that. So now when we learn augmented harmony or diminished harmony, anything that's symmetrical in nature, we kind of leave it there. We don't move around, we don't take it and try to create movements out of it. Movements in a classical music sense, in a sense of Baroque music like Bach, where notes are moving, things are moving, there's a picture being painted. So I've written down the fundamental key centers at the top. Let me see if that makes it better. But anyway, I'm going to put this in the description for you to download so you can actually see the flow of the chart. B major 7, E flat major 7, G major 7, right? That's primarily what Giant Steps is built on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so directly below each key center is their relevant dominant chords. And below those are the two minors for each key center. And below that is the actual relative minor of each key center. At a quick glance, I don't know if you can tell, but we have a chord on every note. We have 12 notes, right? C to C. We have 12 chords right here. Major 7, minor 7, and dominant 7. But two sets of minor 7s, which is something I really like because it gives me nice colorful options to play over the song, or just to generally simplify Coltrane Changes, which could be, you could be playing Satellite, you could be playing Countdown. There are ways to simplify the thought process, and that's what we're going to go through. So if I take the first four chords of Giant Steps, B major 7, D7, G major 7, B flat major 7, to E flat major 7, for me, that's too much of motion. I can easily swap out the dominant with their two minors. So B major 7 to A minor 7 instead. Then G major 7 to the F minor to the E flat major 7. Okay? Now, how can I further simplify this movement? Instead of doing 2, 5, I can just go directly to the 5. So if I were to sing the melody, So I did the same thing there when I circled back. So minor, E flat major 7, C sharp minor 7 to B major 7, instead of going to that F sharp 7 all the time. Okay, so from a melody angle, this helps me simplify the way I think. To think B major 7 to A minor 7 is easier than thinking B major 7 to D7. So I'm not thinking about the dominant in any situation just now. It was not there in my mind, and I'm not completely discarding it. I'm just trying to strip it down to a very simple movement-based idea, as opposed to just dominant to the 1, dominant to the 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1. Because that 2, 5, 1 trap can be so annoying, and it's very hard to get out of. Okay, I spent so many years trying to escape this sound. Believe it or not, I used to play that lick a lot. I believe that's how, what's his face? Jacob Mann did that. Anyway, so when I look at the relative minors now, I have even more options. So instead of going B major 7, D7 to G major 7, I could do G sharp minor 7, A minor 7, and then I can do the G major 7 but over B. So, and I'm very close to playing the B flat 7 right here. So I will use that opportunity to play it. Why not? So it's not like what I said earlier. We are not discarding the dominants. We're going to use them, but with a little more intention and thought, as opposed to just a mechanical process of playing dominants. Because there are so many cats out there, man, that are just amazing dominant players, and you put like 7 sets of minor 7s and minor major 7s, they will freeze. I've seen this firsthand. I used to be like that. I think we need more on our arsenal beyond just playing dominant chords all the time. Okay, so now the next set of 2 5s, I can just do that 2 5 to F minor to E minor 7 instead of the G major 7. I went to E flat major 7 over G over here for the sake of maintaining a smooth motion. So right? So, excuse the quivery singing, but using these minor 7s, you can really expand your overall vocabulary of being able to play over giant steps, and not just giant steps, but to actually give this augmented movement, the whole Coltrane thing, a chance. Work on all the other tunes of Coltrane, not just giant steps. Do Countdown, Satellite, then what is that? Lazy Bird? Ladybird? Oh man, I can't remember. But there's a ton of material from Coltrane which utilizes this movement. Moment's Notice. Let me see. So in Moment's Notice, there's a half step movement, right? So that half step movement can be broken down to further things. can do it as. If you can name me that motion that I just replaced the first two chords with of Moment's Notice, I will get you a free lesson. I'm serious. Pretty easy what I just did there. Right? So, take these minor chords into consideration the next time you sit to work with this movement overall. Okay? I hope you get something out of this. I got a little playful with the lesson. I was just having a lot of fun. I hope you have fun with this concept too. Stay safe, stay hydrated, keep you and your loved ones safe. Take care of yourselves. Peace.